Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zemo the Dad in DPS, and we're back with another video. Today's video is another episode of Legendary Crafting versus the Purveyor, and today's weapon is going to be a little bit interesting, but we'll go more into that in a little second. Now, if you enjoy my videos, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Alrighty, let's find out what Murgs has got to bring to the table against the crafting, will we? So first up, Junkie's Tesla rifle, VATS crits do 50 damage and 50 damage resistable aiming. This is a okay little weapon. If you're using it VATS, you're going to be doing a fair chunk of damage. So yeah, a good start. Not the most amazing Tesla rifle, but definitely a good little start. Second up, ooh, this is a good one as well. Anti-armor level action rifle with VATS crits doing, again, plus 50 damage. Faster movement speed while aiming isn't the best, but at the same time, anti-armor and VATS crits work really well, and I am a big fan of lever actions. This is pretty much the right character for this to be on, so yeah, I'm very happy with that. Two relatively strong weapons so far. Okay, this is where it goes downhill. Ghoulslayer's Ultrasight Gatling Laser with 2 crit perks on a weapon I would never try and use VATS with. This can suck a dick. Next up, Medic's Snubnose 44 Pistol, Last Shot, and faster movement speed while aiming. Again, this can go fillet something. It is not a good weapon, and I am not happy to see it. Though Last Shot on this gun is actually relatively decent, Medics is not, unless there's a reason to use Medics in the future. I doubt there will be. Oh no, it's the ball bag gun. Bloodied black powder pistol with replenish action points with each kill and not VATS, damage resistance while aiming. I hate this weapon and it rears its ugly head all too often for me. I hope it just burns. I'm not happy with it at all. Ooh, Bloodied Short Combat Rifle with Last Shot and +1 Agility. This is a very decent weapon. Bloodied is good on a combat rifle. Last Shot, it does go through its clip fairly quickly, so you are going to get some damage. I would prefer faster fire rate or VATS crits, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And 1 Agility, I mean, gives you more AP, I suppose. So, next up, Junkie's Pump Action Shotgun with 25 damage while aiming, and Stealth Field. Again, this is actually a really decent weapon. Junkie's is a decent effect, 25 damage while aiming. Obviously, VATS tends to be the better way of using these because you can get the headshots and get them a lot more damage. But if you're not using a VATS build, the 25 damage while aiming is one of the best effects you can get in that section. And Stealth Field just means that you're not going to be seen as easily. Reload speed would be good in this because, you know, reloading quicker, but still, it's actually a set of decent effects that work relatively well together. 2-shot Ultrasight Laser Pistol, limb damage, faster reload. Not a big fan of this one. Limb damage kind of ruins it for me. If it was just about anything in the middle, other than limb damage, it could have been a relatively okay weapon. 2-shot's not the best, but I always find 2-shot it does weird things on energy weapons. I could be wrong with that in the grand scheme of things, but I definitely feel like energy weapons with 2-shot do more damage than they should. Well, this is a good one. Anti-armor Gatling Laser, 25 faster fire rate, 90% reduced weight. Nigh on God roll. Technically, could be considered a God roll. Because the bottom effect doesn't really matter with this gun. This is a good one. Very good one. Yeah. Gourmand Hellstorm Missile Launcher, faster fire rate, 25 damage. 25 VATS action point cost. Again, you could argue that this is some form of God roll, but at the same time, I think my 2-shot one that I got a little while back is far superior, so I'm not going to really dwell on this one. Probably going to scrap it because, yeah, I've got better. Much better. Mutants Ultrasight Gatling Laser, Last Shot 1 Perception. Yeah, this one's definitely script. Mutants is not the best. It's not the worst either, but Last Shot on there and the 1 Perception is completely pointless, so no interest in that weapon whatsoever. Gormon's Salvage Assaultron Head with 25 damage while aiming, and Vat's critical meter fills 15% faster. I'm going to script that just because I hate Salvage the Assaultron Heads. Unless they do something really drastic, I will never like them. Berserker's M79 Grenade Launcher, bashing damage, and faster movement speed. That is 100% going in the script bucket. I don't feel like I need to explain it, it's absolute garbage. Junkie's Short Western Revolver, 25 damage while aiming, 250 damage resistance while reloading. Now this one's okay, typically I wouldn't use one of these weapons outside of VATS, but if you are intending to use like a pistol build outside of VATS and you like using it that way, I suppose it would work. Junkies, again, not the worst effect out there, but it's a bit more awkward to use effectively in most cases. Alright, we've got a couple more to go. Ghoulslayer's Snub-Nosed Pistol with limb damage and 1 perception. That's going in the bin. I've got no interest in that. Ghoulslayer's is just, you don't need the extra damage to kill ghouls. You can kill a ghoul without that being a legendary, let's be honest. They're squishy as anything. 2-shot plasma pistol, limb damage, and reduced weight. Yeah, not particularly great. 2-shot is okay. Limb damage, Reduced weight, you know, it's not taking up space in my inventory in comparison. Zealot's Laser Pistol, VATS criticals do 50% damage and 1 perception. If it was anything but, well, I say anything but, I always say anything but, there's so many effects that are better than Zealot's. Let's be honest, so many effects. It can go to hell. No interest in this gun whatsoever because of that first effect. Mutant Slayer's Auto Grenade Launcher, VATS critical do 50 damage and 50 damage resistance while aiming. Mutant Slayers, same reason with Zealots, it's just not fun. You could in reality use this against West Exo mutants, probably do quite well with it, but at the same time you could also do the exact same thing with a bloodied one, or a 2-shot one that will infinitely be better. Either way, 2 more to go. Furious Short Flamer, limb damage, reduced weight. Now, Furious on a Flamer isn't too bad, but limb damage, not great. Reduced weight, yeah, not too bad. But limb damage, nah. I have no interest in that effect whatsoever. Either way, it's probably a script item. Well, it is a script item. And last but not least, on Mergs. Anti-armor, Gatling laser, bashing damage, breaks 50% slower. Now this one's going to get script on the basis that I got an Ion Godroll one. No interest in this one. Anti-armor's great effect, but bashing damage, and breaks 50% slower is okay, but still, it's not worth keeping because I have much better sitting in my inventory right now. So, let's find out what we craft today. So today's weapon is the Enclave Plasma whatever. You guys have requested this on multiple occasions and I thought I'd oblige. Now what I will say about this is obviously I don't have the Flamer mod because I haven't bothered looking for it. So we will test this at some point in the future, just, you know, not right now. So don't expect like tomorrow's video to have the most amazing Enclave video. Either way, we'll see what we get and decide if we want to bother in the first place. So, first up, what are we going to get? Gormon's Automatic Enclave Plasma Pistol with bashing damage and 90% reduced weight. Now Gormon's is not the best effect, but it's definitely one that you can use. Bashing damage, completely useless. Reduced weight, I suppose it's okay in the basis that, you know, I'll be able to carry more of them. Not a good roll, if I'm honest. Not overly happy with that, but at the same time, you know, better than a kick in the head. Next up, Exterminator's Enclave Plasma with VATS crits and damage resistance while aiming. Again, not good, definitely script. Exterminators is just bad. It's just flat out bad and I do not like it. It can kiss my booty. Next. Vampire's Last Shot, 90% reduced weight. Now last shot on a weapon like this is not particularly good. If I put a Flamer mod on this, it is going to have quite a large ammo capacity, but Vampires is not a bad effect. And again, reduced weight isn't a great effect, it's just not a bad effect. You're able to carry more of them, and it means that I'm able to run around with this damn thing without worrying too much about it. Not the mod, not the effect I would want though. I would want faster fire rate and or damage while aiming. But that is what it is. Next up we have Medic's recoil compensated automatic Enclave Plasma pistol with limb damage and 1 perception. No, Medic's is bad, limb damage, perception, definitely getting chucked back in the script machine, unfortunately. Come on, something good. Instigating recoil compensated. I'm just going to say instigating with bashing damage and breaks 50% slower. Now, instigating on this weapon isn't particularly great. I suppose I could run a sniper version of it, but I'm not overly fussed with this. The effects that are on it don't gel well together, so yeah, it's going to get script, unfortunately. I have a feeling I'm not going to get a good one of these tonight. The vampire one's okay, but it's not the best. Exterminators again, VATS hit chance, 1 perception. I don't need to go into why Exterminators is bad, do I? It's shit. It's just absolute shit. Moving on. Hunters. Damage while aiming, faster reload. This could have been so good if it was just about anything else. Just about anything else. Hunters is crap. I suppose some people will argue that I could use this on the Scorched Beast Queen, and I would say to you, yes, I could. I could also put my balls in a vice. I don't want to. I don't really want to do it with this either. Ah, you could have been such a good role if you were anything but Hunter. Well, not anything, but you get what I mean. If it was not Hunters, it could have been such a good role. Sadly, it's not. Mutants recoil compensated with damage while aiming and damage resistance while aiming. This is one of the best ones so far, technically, because you're getting the mutants and then the 25 damage while aiming for an overall 50% extra damage. But at the same time, would I waste a flamer mod on this thing? I don't think I would. Like, I think I'd be angry to use a flamer mod on this thing. And it's still the best roll I've got so far. The vampire one technically, but yeah, no. I'm not happy. I hate crafting. Depressors, VATS hit chance, VATS action point cost. Yeah, I'm not angry. Angry is the only way to describe how I feel in regards to this so far. And is that us? Are we finished? Do I have any more? No, I have one left. There it is. Last but not least, I'm going to close my eyes for this one. I can't see what it is. It's going to be awful. Instigating, bashing damage, faster reload. Sigh. Oh well. I don't really know what to say, just oh well. Let's see what the top picks are, will we? So, tonight's top pick for Murgs, I'm going to have to go for the anti-armor Gatling laser with faster fire rate and reduced weight. Reason for that being, well, it's nigh on a god roll. The thing with like weapons like this, you don't reload that often, and when you do reload, it doesn't actually take that long, so I think the reload speed mod on here isn't actually as useful as it would seem to be, whereas the reduced weight mod basically allows you able to drop bare arms in theory. Obviously not in reality, because it depends on what weapons you've got in your inventory and all that crap, but in theory you can use this without bare arms, which allows you to use 3 more additional perks in the strength tree. Overall, relatively, I can't speak tonight, it's a relatively decent weapon, and I'm very happy to have got it. So we come to our crafting pick, and it's a disappointing set of things. It was a bunch of bad rolls, we didn't get really anything that I would have wanted, and basically this just adds up to being tantamount to a 1-star aristocrats or junkies. Correct me if I'm wrong with the math, because it's additive, it basically is 50% extra damage on the base damage of it. Overall, it's just not great. And even if I go for like the vampires one, yeah, I'm getting a lot of health back from it. The damage is not racking up in the way I'd want. I'll be unkillable, but I'm not doing the damage that I could have been doing if the vampire one had these effects, for example. Don't get me wrong, the vampire one I'll probably keep until I find a better one, but at the same time, as far as I'm concerned, damage-wise, this is the top dog. This is the problem when I craft things. I don't seem to get the same luck as I do with Murgs, and anytime I do Murgs versus this, I always seem to get quite a lot of luck with Murgs, and she got quite a few decent rolls tonight as well. Either way, Murgs takes yet another victory. So that was today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, a comment and subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel further, there is the Ko-fi link down below, as well as my YouTube members button. Now let's thank our YouTube members. Our two chosen undad are Diofane Gaming and Golty. Big thanks to both of you. Hope you're both doing well, and hopefully you enjoyed tonight's video. And then there are Dad's Army members, which are Wyatt Blackburn, Wallers Mead, Colin G, Peggy McKnight, Matasbo, Devilman Games, Marcus Carrasco, Scott S, Bubba de Lamont, Anxiety Rangers, and Ranger McSprudel. Again, hope you guys are doing well and enjoyed the content tonight. So, yeah, crafting. It always seems to just shit the bed for me, unfortunately. I can't really do much about it. I have no effect over the RNG whatsoever. It just seems to be the way it always plays out. But, you know, that's how the chips fall and that's how they lie. Either way, I'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.